I'm the edgiest character in the Sonic franchise. Hold my beer. Hello everyone and welcome to A.D.A.M's Game Talk, the show hosted by your favorite robotic pain in the butt. With San Diego Comic Con going on, many new announcements have already risen up, but the one that has me the most excited is the new information regarding Sonic Forces' newest villain, Infinite. Infinite is a character that we have already known about for a while, but Sega has given us little to no information regarding him, something that many of us have been asking for. But with the recent announcements, I believe we can finally begin to properly ask the question, just who is he, and what is his purpose in the game? To start, allow me to give some information. The official Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube channel has uploaded 2 videos regarding this new character. One of his theme song, and the other a 1-minute trailer about him, both of which are essential for understanding this character better. We'll start by analyzing the trailer. The first thing we get is a series of black and white shots of different scenes involving Infinite, and here we can get our first good look at Infinite's character design. The interesting thing to note is that his design doesn't match any of the pre-existing Mobians in the character creator, particularly the quills and the tail, leading me to believe that he isn't any of the possible playable choices. The large ears on his head may also be misleading, as they also appear to be a part of some sort of mask, leaving only one eye visible. Judging by the shape of the mask however, his face does bear resemblance to the wolf character, although as mentioned before, the quills and tail are still out of place. Although it could be possible that he's simply a more unique design. Think how Silver and Sonic look drastically different despite both being hedgehogs. Anyway, from a design standpoint, it's hard for us to pinpoint much about Infinite, but we can assume that he has some form of scar underneath his mask. In his theme song it states, quote, "I've been up against better, just take a look at my face," implying he's received some sort of scar from his earlier battles. Another thing to note is the scene where he interacts with an unseen Mobian. Could it be our custom character? Perhaps, but it also shows us a location that looks like it could either be Honeycomb Highway from Sonic Lost World or maybe even Grand Metropolis from Sonic Heroes, as you can see some oddly shaped buildings in the distance. Later in the trailer we see him battle with Sonic, where we see his abilities, which apparently seem to include super speed, levitation, the ability to shoot energy waves and a ridiculous amount of strength. While there may be a fair amount of abilities of his we don't know, I believe we may have enough to forge 2 possibilities as to who this character is. The first is the possibility of this being a former bioengineered weapon created by Eggman using the 4 other antagonists as a base. Using the original Project Shadow, ZTDNA, his own design and the power of chaos, perhaps Eggman created some sort of strange amalgamation of the 4, seeing as his abilities all seem to match those of his allies. It could be the reason he refers to himself as a weapon in his theme song. Although this does raise the question of how Eggman managed to get everything he needed to create him, such as the case with Shadow and Zavok, to characters who weren't exactly his allies. While this theory is a possibility, the other theory seems to hold a bit more water. At E3, it was revealed that the classic Sonic in this game is actually a Sonic from another dimension, which leads to the possibility of multiple dimensions existing in the Sonic universe. With that being said, Infinite may be a Mobian from one of these multiple dimensions. It would explain why his design is so different than what we've seen so far. However, we may be able to go further. In his theme song, Infinite refers to himself as multiple different chaotic forces. Roughest of waves, toughest of terrors, etc. One could chalk this up to Sega simply creating a character so edgy it couldn't be measured in numbers smaller than 1,000 digits, but I believe there may be more to it than that. He states he was born in pain, and seems to have a survival of the fittest mindset. He refers to the world around him as an illusion, and that he revels in the suffering of others. He states that Sonic lives a lie, and that he never ends, and speaks as if he's seen it all happen before. It's highly likely that this isn't the first world Infinite has burnt to ashes. Infinite seems to be an all-powerful being from another dimension, who came to Sonic's for the sole purpose of watching it burn. In some ways, he can even be compared to Mephiles from Sonic 2006, although even more powerful straight from the get-go. Eggman does have a habit of messing with powers he unfortunately has no way of controlling, and it would explain how he would be able to control a creature as violent as Chaos. With someone as powerful as Infinite by his side, Taking over the world seems like child's play, but that also raises the question of whether or not he will betray Eggman in the end, and if he has any relationship to our custom character. For the time being, we can't really say, but we can at least have some sort of idea as to what to expect from him. So will he be one of the best Sonic villains in recent years? Or will he just be another train wreck of a character in the Sonic series? Only time will tell now. Thanks for watching everyone. Mattoon's still in Portugal, so he let me do this little skit on my own. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the Mattoon Corner for more theories, reviews and gameplay videos in the coming future. And as Mattoon would say, remember to be cool and be creative.